Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing a affordable drugstore-ish look. I was going to go for a more natural look, and it is semi-natural-ish, that counts. I am using some new products that are at the drugstore currently. Most of them are all Wet n Wild. I did not intentionally do that, but kind of worked out. So if you want to see this look, then just keep on watching. So we're going to just kind of as a chit chat get ready with me. So I'm sorry I keep changing up my backgrounds of where I'm sitting. I'm just, until I get lighting and stuff, I'm kind of moving according to the day. I have been doing it with my sliding door as my natural light, but the past couple of days it's been really nasty because of Tropical Storm Colin, so it's been dark and gloomy outside. So I figure I'm just going to try this, see how it kind of works. This is my vanity where I normally sit. All I did was pull out my desk a little further and set the camera behind it. So we're going to hope this works. I don't know what kind of look I'm going to do today. I'm just going to kind of wing it, and I'm going to probably be more towards the natural. Please ignore this. I had blackheads and I picked them, and now it's just like in your face. So actually, why don't we do this? So I'm going to start off, and I don't normally color correct just because it kind of takes, I feel like it takes too much time, so I don't normally, but because of this problem from me picking it, I'm going to color correct. So I'm going to try this out. I've only used it one other time and I didn't really like it, but we're going to try it again. It is by L'Oreal Paris, and it's the Magic Anti-Redness. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand and then just kind of dab it on. Woo! That is bright. And then because we have it out, might as well do it on some spots that I get a lot of redness. I'm not going to do it intensely just because I don't really want to. And I'm sorry if I'm looking down a lot. I have a mirror right here, so that's where I'm looking. And then I'm just going to take my beauty blender now. I don't have it, but I used to have Real Technique sponge. It's a lot cheaper than the beauty blender, and it works good. It doesn't work as good, but it still is a good sponge if you're not wanting to go up high like this. I do know this isn't affordable, but I'm doing affordable makeup, not what I'm using. But just so you know, you can't always go get other sponges. This is just what I have. Oh, it's dirty. So I'm just gonna buff that in a little bit so it's not as intense green. So what I'm gonna do, because this is too light for me, and this product I have, which is the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Cushion Foundation in W3, is a little too dark. At least it was last time I tried it. Sorry, it's summer, so now it's like every time I go out I get tan, so I don't know what color I am anymore. Yeah, it's still a little too dark. It matches my tan, but it doesn't match my neck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this on the outer portion and mix it with the light one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the L'Oreal True Matte. I'm just going to pour that onto the back of my hand. Wah! And I'm just going to take a flat top or a flat foundation brush and just kind of paint it on in places. Not going to be anything too precise because then I'm just going to blend it out and mix it. Now you can always mix both on your hand if this was not a cushion, but because it's a cushion I have no choice. So then in order to pick up the foundation with this, I'm just going to dab my beauty blender into it just to get some product and then just pounce it on my skin. And then rather than putting this in places like how I kind of swipe this around, I'm just going to use this to actually buff everything. Oh my god, I forgot a primer! Bastard. Alright, so what I normally use, because I forgot the primer, I have been using this and I like it. I don't love it just because I have dry skin, but it is it's the Rimmel London Stay Matte. It's actually a pretty good primer. I did notice my makeup did stay on with this. It's just like I said, I'm dry skin, so there's some spots that I didn't like it would cling. But like I said, it's not bad. So as far as concealers go, I have 2 concealers. I'm not going to use them both, but I have, actually I am going to use them both. Yeah. I have the, what is this? Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin, I think. I don't know. It's in the shade Light 02, and it's actually too dark for me. But what I like to use this for, because it is too dark, is my problem areas. So like my pimples and zits and anything I've picked. But the other affordable concealer I like is the NYX HD concealers. They are really good. So I'm just going to use this one, the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin, on my problem areas like those I picked, and I'm going to blend it out. Okay, we're going to attempt to use 02. I am running really low on these because when I first bought them, I used them like crazy until I started actually buying, you know, higher priced ones. So I'm just going to hope there's enough in here. And then I'm going to highlight my nose, my chin, and then I'm just going to buff it out again with my beauty blender. For setting all the spots, you just put concealer on. There's a couple of different options that I like to do. So one of them is the NYX Highlight and Contour Palette. It's just, this isn't what it comes in. It actually comes in this. I just depotted them and put them into a Z palette because I thought it looked nicer. This is one option you could do to highlight and contour your face. Another option I like though, it's the Wet n Wild contouring palette, and this is in the shades Dulce de Leche. Dulce de Leche? We'll go with that one. I really do love this formula. However, the only problem is every time I would put my brush into it, it would fall out. I mean, I've had chunks fall out onto my carpet, but I really do love the formula. So I don't know if it's maybe just the one I got, and you never know because sometimes there's bad batches, but I'm going to use the highlight shade. If you're wanting to bake your face, what you could go in with is NYX has this, and it's a HD Studio Photogenic Finishing Powder. So I'm just going to go in with that, and it is just stark white, but it comes off as translucent. I'm not going to bake my face because honestly I'm not going to go anywhere. So all I'm going to do is just dump some onto the lid and get it everywhere else. And then I'm just going to get it on my brush, tap it off, and then just go in on the rest of my face. Alright, I'm going to bronze up the face, and you could use this palette again to bronze and contour your face, but I'm actually going to go back in with that Wet n Wild Dulce de Leche. I'm going to actually use that color to bronze up my face. It is very powdery though, so fair warning. So I'm going to go back in with that NYX powder or NYX contour palette, and I'm going to take this shade here. So this is the second one over from the left if you're looking at it facing yourself. I'm going to use that shade to contour. I'm just going to go in with my Real Techniques brush. Alright, so as far as blush goes, I'm going to use the new formula of the Wet n Wild blushes, and this is in the color Rose Champagne. This is my favorite blush lately. I feel like this is like a Wet n Wild campaign. So I'm going to go in with this angled brush to put my blush on. And I'm just going to start kind of on the apples, but bring it back. And I always use a light hand, and I don't grab too much. So So I'm going to go in with that Hard Candy palette, and I'm going to take this shade right here. I don't know what it's called. It's just kind of a cool toned brown, but it's the lightest in this palette. So I'm just going to go in with that as my transition shade. So next I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's still a cool toned brown, but it's just a shade darker. And I'm just going to place that in the same spot, but a little bit lower into my crease. Alright, we're going to go in with this very middle shade right here. It's kind of a pinky, champagne-y color. I'm just going to place that on the lid. Okay, so then we're going to go in with this shade right here. And then we're just going to put that on the inner third of my eye. Just to kind of highlight it and open this part up. Alright, now I'm going to go in with a light hand to this really dark shade. The really dark brown up here. Now I'm going to go in with a clean brush just to kind of blend it all together. So for my under eyes, I'm just going to kind of do the same concept I did on the top in a little bit. Kind of. So I'm going to go in with the darkest shade on the outer edge. I'm actually going to go in with the lightest shade of brown that I did, the very first shade, and I'm just going to kind of buff that out. So before I highlight my brow bone, I'm actually going to just fill in my eyebrows. So I'm going to use this NYX micro pencil in the shade Ash Brown. I'm just going to go ahead and do those off camera because I have to get really close to the mirror to do that. Back. So I don't have a brow gel to use from the drugstore or an affordable one, but we're going to move on. So I'm actually going to go back in the palette and use the very lightest shade in the palette. It is a matte, almost dark, or it's kind of a matte off-white. Should we wing it? Should we wing it? Should we wing it? So think I'm gonna do eyeliner. Yeah, why not? So we're gonna attempt to fill my whole eyelid in with the Wet n Wild Mega Liner because I really love this stuff. So I'm going to take my NYX setting spray, or dewy finish spray, and I'm going to set my face. Alright, so while that's semi-setting, I'm going to go in with the Wet n Wild new highlighters in Precious Petals. So this is one of their newest ones. I am addicted to this. And I think what I was beyond excited about for this highlighter, when I bought it, it was $4. $4. Oh, I love this. So I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal Voluminous Carbon Black Waterproof Liner, or mascara. I am really obsessed with the NYX Liquid Suede, what are they? Creams lipsticks. I love them. I'm trying to debate, should we go brown or should we go mauve? I'm in a brown mood. So I'm going to go with this color in Sandstorm. And I'm not going to line my lips. So this is the finished look. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any suggestions on other products that I did not use that you love that are affordable, please list them down below. But that's all I have for this video. So until next time, I will see you soon.